Okay, welcome everyone. I am so excited. This day is finally here that we get to make the announcement about Norfolk Southern's very generous contribution. It has been an honor to work with their team and see so many of their familiar faces here today, and also to welcome the horses of Norfolk Southern and their handlers who came with them today. We have a lot planned in the hospital, but I'm going to let the Norfolk Southern team share with you why this gift was so important to them. For Children's Hospital, our PICU project has been truly an undertaking, and we are so excited that construction is almost complete and we are really nearing the edge of when the new unit will open. But we could not have done that without the support of the community. And so Mark George, the CEO of Norfolk Southern, is here today along with his team to join us for this announcement, and I'm honored to introduce him today.
Thank you, Chandler. Really appreciate that warm welcome. It's a real privilege to be here on behalf of Norfolk Southern today. This is a big deal. We're really excited. We're announcing today a donation of $450,000. And this is to the Children's of Alabama, and roughly half of this donation is going to go toward the expansion of the PICU facility, so we're really excited by that. And then the other half is really going to go toward the simulator mannequins, which is an interesting program, and I'm eager to take a look at those in a little while, roughly 2, I think, that will help support a lot of the training that can happen throughout your network in the state, right? So this is a big deal, and we really hope that it makes a difference. Why we're doing it, I mean, let's keep it real here. We have 1,000 employees in the state of Alabama, many of them concentrated here in Birmingham. This is an important community for us. We want to support the community where our employees live and work and where we operate. And that's really part of who we are at Norfolk Southern. We want to really make an impact in the community. This isn't all about business. This is about making sure that we have employees who are happy in the communities where they live, that the communities can support them, especially facilities like this. So it's really important. And then when you read some of the letters and the stories, boy, they really warm your heart to understand what you all do here and your mission. Diarrhea, I mean, that was an emergency brain surgery that saved that girl's life. And those kind of things are very, very impactful to learn of. Lennox's story as well, and the credit he gives to you all, his family. So it's stories like this that motivate us to say we need to really contribute and make an impact. So we've heard from nurses and physicians as well to make their working life better and more impactful. Another reason why we want to contribute and be part of solutions going forward. So I want to thank you all for welcoming us and expressing your gratitude, but really it's more about us thanking you for your impact and what you're doing. We all think we have big jobs and important jobs, but as I was telling Tom when I came in, they pale in comparison to the importance of the work you do. This is life and death, and it's life and death for young people who deserve to see a multi-decade future. So what you're doing is far more important than what we do. So it just feels really good to be able to take a little bit of money that we earn and channel it back into the community so you can continue to have an impact the way you've done. So thank you all. I appreciate your time. Take care.
Hi, I'm Tom Schuffelbarger. I'm the President and CEO here at Children's, and I briefly want to thank Norfolk Southern for this incredible gift. I've been here a long time. I'm an administrator guy. I'm a business guy, but to be part of this organization and see the care that gets delivered and to see what this gift will do as we grow our intensive care resources and our ability to train people around the state, it'll have a statewide impact. We care for people all over the state. We're a state resource. And community support like this is why we're here, and it's the legacy that's kept us here. So we appreciate the donation. That's significant. We also appreciate the chance that this brings to bring awareness to what we do here and to what the patients and families have to deal with. That's valuable to us too, so thank you again. I'm going to stop, but I'm going to introduce Dr. Crystal Rutledge, one of our attending doctors in the pediatric intensive care unit and also the one that works statewide, and how these simulators will help make other healthcare providers better and help the cause. So, Crystal, please come up.
So I'll start this off, and then I'm going to hand it over to Nancy Toffel, who's our division director in the Division of Pediatric Critical Care, and also leads our Sim Center along with me, and some great other people who are a part of our simulation center as well. Number one, thank you so much. I think that to me, this is one of the best, most generous gifts, because I see both sides of it. So I get to be in the PICU, take care of those patients, but I also love to go out into the community to understand the patients that we serve and where they start sometimes. We have a privilege to be able to work here, where we have the resources that are able to take care of kids from across the state. That's a privilege we have. That's something that we hold very dear to us. We know that that's a privilege, but we also have an obligation to make sure that we have well-trained people who can care for those patients. And that's not only in this hospital, which we do through our simulation center, but also being able to give back to our communities. And that's what this gift allows us to do, is both. It gives us the opportunity to make sure that we train the people who work here, but it also gives us the opportunity to be able to go outside of the walls of this hospital and make sure that the children who are coming here are able to get that same care in the very beginning. And so having this gift and having these mannequins to be able to do that, to really be able to give them the education that they need to make sure that those kids have the same care regardless of where they are, is really great. And Dr. Toffel is going to talk about the PICU part.
Thank you, Krista. I'd like to first thank Mark and Elizabeth. Elizabeth's first question was really cool. She's like, what is the skin tone of the mannequins? And Dr. Rutledge has taught me the importance of making sure the mannequins look like the patients, both for our physicians as well as all of the other caregivers. So Dr. Rutledge has done an amazing job and is one of the most successful outreach programs in the entire country. We started with some folks from Yale who taught her how they did it in Yale. And Connecticut, the entire state is within 30-minute helicopter ride to Yale. Our state, on the other hand, has people coming from 4 and 5 hours away. So it's even more critical that Dr. Rutledge and her team can help train others how to take care of patients so they get to us. If they don't live long enough to get to us, it doesn't matter what we have here, we can't help them. So 2 real quick stories. We went on diversion, we almost never go, once for 12 hours. And unfortunately, there was a very sick child in Dothan who came in with acute liver failure. And Andy Lohr, who's our COO, and I were talking, and we're like, we never, ever want to go on diversion again. And how do we make that happen? We need more than 24 beds. We have one of the fewest beds to population in the entire country of PICU. And by going from 24 to up to 50, and thank God we don't think we'll need 50 usually, we hopefully will never have to turn that child away again. Because if we're on diversion, Emory's on diversion, and Vanderbilt's on diversion, because they go on diversion way faster than we do. So this will be great, because that poor doc in Dothan had to hang out with that child till the next morning till we could get him here. The other thing that Dr. Rutledge and I are also program directors, and we interview a lot of residents, and I happen to be interviewing somebody from India who spent a month with us and a month up in New York City at one of the big programs in New York City, and a month in Miami. And my favorite question this year is, all right, compare and contrast your 3 rotations. You went to the biggest Miami Children's Hospital, Columbia, in New York City, and here, and she said, well, actually, it was really interesting. I got to Birmingham, and I got lost so many times. Your hospital is so big, and I had no idea it was going to be this big. But every other hospital, we referred people out to other places. And here in Birmingham, everybody was referring in. You guys are by far the best of the three places. Your residents are expected to do more, but held accountable and trained and supported. So ironically, this person from Bangalore really wants to come to Birmingham for her training, not New York City, not Miami, because this is one of the best kept secrets in the country of pediatric care. So thank you for allowing us to make it even better.
I want to highlight, too, who's in the room today. So when you look around the room, this is not just the Norfolk Southern team who's here. These are the nurses and caregivers and staff that will be in the new pediatric intensive care unit, and we are grateful to celebrate them today and all of the incredible work they do every single day in their roles. So thank you all for being here, and we cannot wait for the new unit to open at the beginning of next year. So we will conclude that for today. We are going to have a patient activity. We couldn't let Norfolk Southern get out of here without a train activity with our patients. So bear with us as we say all aboard, because we're going to go upstairs and play trains with the kids, as we should during the holidays. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for the incredible generosity to Elizabeth and Kristen, who made this happen and said yes to all the things when we reached out for their support. We could not be more excited. So thank you to Norfolk Southern.